Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's good to be back. I know I haven't put anything out in a little bit, and this video actually was supposed to come out a little bit later than now. I was going to do a video on Barbarian defenses since that's about 99% of the meta right now, especially Shade plus Barbs. But I was waiting until they fixed the Haunt bug to do it, just because, it is a bug. But it looks like that's not getting fixed for a while. And luckily with this Emily revamp, they kind of fixed that for me, so we don't need to wait for that bug to get fixed. Found a little workaround for it here that is working quite nicely. So we'll get into it and show you what we got going on here. Alright, 5,500. This is the exact same team we're talking about with Baylog in front there. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So this one, you might have seen some variations floating around here before, but I'm going to show you how I run this here. So we got our newly revamped Emily, we got Furno, Agnon, and Gortusk. Alright, so the big deal here, as you can imagine, is spreading Wildfire with Furno so we don't have any of those Unbridled Rage shields pop, and it gets rid of the rage stacks on the barbs here. So basically what we want to do is start off getting Wildfire on Drac and then working on getting it to spread while killing Shade in round 1. So this is the team, exact setup you're going to see most of the time. And this is actually really good. Whenever they have Abigail in the first spot, that is ideal rather than having Shade, because what that allows us to do is freeze Abby, and with her frozen, even though Baylog is going to get off his Cry Havoc, it's not going to trigger Dogs of War from Abigail. So anytime they got Abigail in slot 1 is going to be good. Like you can see, we got that, but no Dogs of War triggering. So Emily first, because we want to clear that silence so we can use Furno's Wildfire. Alright. So, and we're always going to hit Drac with it here. That's just the way I've seen it work best. And we got to spread immediately to Shade, which is nice. So we're going to pick up Shade, drop him, hopefully we can get Wildfire to spread from that here. There we go, we got to spread to Emily. Wildfire's going to kill Drac. And now we're going to work on spreading it to Baylog. So the way this team works here, I'll show you the runes after we're done, but you got to have a couple +1 energy runes on Emily to get that cleanse up first round. That way we can get rid of silence on Furno. Like I said, I have not had any problems with this team since I threw it together against this. It's working wonderfully. So let's see if we can't get a couple more variations in here and show you again how it works. So again, exact same team. Abby in the first spot, first fast spot, with Baylog in the first normal speed spot. So again, it's just going to be the exact same way as we played it last time here. This is a little bit higher rune power team, so show you that, this is extremely viable up to, like I said, I think I've beat 5,900 rune power teams with it so far. Don't think I've lost yet. Having said that, expect to see a loss in this first video due to some crazy RNG. That's usually the way it works. So, but again, with Abby going first, gonna Furious Charge on Gortusk. Got slowed, so that's why Shade's going instead of our Gortusk, because Gortusk slowed Abby to a normal speed hero, but that's fine because we're still going to freeze her. That way we can block that Dogs of War getting triggered whenever Baylog uses Cry Havoc here. Boom. And now we're going to cleanse everything off. And here comes Pillage. So the only thing that can kind of mess us up is if that happens right there. I was going to say Baylog targets Furno and silences them with the normal speed attack here. That's fine though. We're still going to hit Drac. We're going to drop Shade. So that is basically the worst RNG that can happen right there. Because now, again, we have no Wildfire spread second turn, and all 3 barbs are still up. But we did get rid of Shade. So there we go. We got Emily's cleanse here. Let's go ahead and just do a normal, hoping for that epic proc, which we got, so that's going to bring her heal back up. And now we have Wildfire, which we're going to be able to hit on Baylog here. And now we just gotta work on spreading it, and we'll work on spreading it with Terror Storm here. There we go. Feared him away. Just Drac left. He's got Wildfire on him. Cleansing Wave. Like I said, even when the worst RNG happens with this team, you can still pull it out fairly easily here, as you can see. So, this has been the workaround I found since using. I was using actually a mirror team before with the before the Emily revamp, and using Shade to link Drac, but again, even that can be unreliable with the RNG and that haunt bug. So again here, exact same team. This is good, like I said, so you can see how it works. Again, nothing to it. Already stated the kill order, same thing. Wouldn't mind getting a team with Shade Shade going first instead of Abigail, because whenever we do that, I don't like to freeze Abigail because she's immediately unfrozen. The only thing she doesn't get off is Furious Charge. So for that one, we like to freeze Drax. We'll see if we can't get one of those here in a second. But there we go again. We got Abby slowed from Gortusk, so that's why Shade's going second rather than our Gortusk here. And then we're going to freeze Abby again. That way we don't have that Dog's War proc. Off Cry Havoc here. Boom, boom. Let's go ahead and heal up, get rid of that silence. There we go. And here's Pillage. We'll see if Balon decides to target. Nope, doesn't target Ferno here. So then we can go back to our normal kill sequence here. Getting that Wildfire on Drac. Dropping Shade so we don't have that Spirit Link second round. About working on getting Wildfire back up on the other two barbs here. So we're again going to go ahead and there's no point in this really. Magnified Light. I prefer to just basic attack, that way we can hopefully get that plus energy proc from her epic here. No luck there. Like I said, we'll just keep plugging away. Go ahead and throw Hardened Assault because we want Agnon to go back into defensive form here, since Balog's going to have his third ability up. Let him swing away here. There we go, and we're just going to go ahead and dive bomb, even though we don't have Agnon we had him in granite form, so he's not going to do a follow-up attack. No big deal. Like I said, pretty quick, pretty easy team, extremely reliable. Like I said, don't think I've lost a match with it yet here, so I just wanted to throw together a quick video showing you guys how to get around all these barb defenses, since as you can see, they are pretty much all over the place. Let's go ahead and refresh here and see if we can't find the other team, or a little different setup here, because there are a couple different ways that we run this here. So that's with Gortusk, so we can use it here. This is one that I prefer to use Barbs and Shade on. So let me see if we can find another one of the Shade Barb teams here. Just a different little lineup. So like I said, these are going to be what we run into the most here, as you guys have already seen. Alright, we've already done that one. Yeah, screw it, we'll hit it because it's almost 5,800 rune power here. So, actually, never mind. Sorry, this is the one we're looking for. We're Shade in the first spot. So this is a little bit different. It doesn't have Abby in the first spot, so we're not going to freeze Abby on this one, just because, like I said, she's going to immediately get unfrozen before we have Balog go and use Cry Havoc. So instead, we are going to freeze Drac. And I can't remember if I think they had Balog first before Drac, but I'm already forgetting here. So anyway, it doesn't change our play any here. We're gonna use Sweeping Charge on Drac, freeze him. Abby's gonna use Furious Charge. There we go. Cry Havoc. There we have it. And the only thing that we don't have to worry about here is Drac using Balog to single attack silence Ferno again. So we'll go ahead and heal up, get rid of that silence, and let's go ahead and hit Drac here with the Wildfire, burn him. That's pretty heavily ruined defensively Drac. You see I took him to half health there. That's not a big deal. All we need to do is kill Shade, And then we need to work on spreading the wildfire here, so get that taunt back up on Gortusk. Nice little freeze proc from runes we got on Gortusk there on Emily, or on Abigail. So there we go, epic proc. Spread that wildfire to Abby. There we go. Let's work down, taking Drac down here. Go ahead and shock everyone. So the only thing you'll know that you've noticed so far is even though we have the wildfire buff on, even whenever Barbs die for the first time, that Unbridled Rage keeps them alive. I'm assuming that's not a bug. I'm assuming that's how it's supposed to work here. Keep them alive for that one death blow. But it's not a big deal. Haven't had any issues with it here. We got Dive Bomb ready. We got Agnon out of Granite form. So as you can see, that death blow didn't kill either one. It just took them to 1 health, but their shields didn't pop because we have that wildfire on. So there we go. There's the other workaround for there's the workaround with the haunt bug for that team here. Let's see if maybe we can get one with Drac in the #1 slot. That is probably the most tricky one because you have to switch the order of Emily and Inferno. Because Emily first with Drac being in the #1 slot, you don't get Baylog hasn't silenced yet, so there's no point in healing here, so you gotta kind of move it around. Alright, let's see if we can find one of those here. Boom, there we go. 5,600 almost, Drac in the first spot. I'll show you what we're doing with this one here. So, since Drac's in the first spot, we need to move things around. We're gonna move Agnon to the #1 slot. That way Drac goes before. And then we're going to move to Emily, and then Inferno is going to be last. But with this one here, again, you have Abby in the #1 spot, so we can go ahead and freeze her after she goes. That way we don't have to worry about Dogs of War getting triggered after Baylog's Cry Havoc. So, Furious Charge. We'll see if Abby gets slowed, and yep, she gets slowed, so Shade gets to go before we go here. That's not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and freeze Abby. But we don't have that proc there. Pillage. We're going to steal a bunch of buffs here. Silence. Cry Havoc. There we go. Now we're going to pick Shade up, drop him. And now we're going to Cleansing Wave, get rid of that silence on Inferno. That way we can go ahead and hit Drac again. Get that Wildfire debuff. And let's just dive right away from it. That's fine. Go ahead and get that up here. And just pound away on Barbs. Yeah, and forgot to mention, Emily's new passive that cleanses a buff at the start of her turn. Pretty freaking sweet, not gonna lie. So now we just gotta worry about getting this Wildfire back up. And we're gonna go back into Granite form just because we got Bull Rush coming here. And that's gonna do some damage. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pick up Agnon. Let's see what happened there. He's got a caster rune on him that's going to go ahead and pull that Granite form off Agnon. That's why we lost that there, and he was able to do a lot more damage. Not a big deal. We're going to put him right back into Granite form here for some defense. And let's see if we can't. Nope. And now we should be able to take him out here. So that was probably the closest match I've had. Like I said, just bad luck not being able to proc a Wildfire spread on it. But as you can see, still pretty reliable, especially with that new res from Emily giving that haste. Pretty sweet there. So not exactly the cleanest win, but hey, as you can see, team still works even when bad things happen. Let's see. So there you go. And as always, let's take a look at the runes here. As you can see, Gore-Tusk is set up fairly similar to everyone else. Health, defense. The only thing I got on him there is that freezing skin, which is nice for procs against enemy Abigail. And we'll take a look at Emily here. She's heavily runed towards defense and health, as you can see. The big thing being those +2 energy runes on her, so we can get off that heal first turn and cleanse first turn. Furno, attack and defense there with that 1 health rune that's got some damage penetration on it here. But as you can see, he's got 30% damage pin on him too here. And last but not least, let's take a look at Agnon. As you can guess, rune mostly for attack with a little bit of defense. And he's got 1+1 energy rune on him as well, so we can get off that shock second round. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, hit me up online at Rolla8, and I will catch you next time.